Yep, 30 seconds.
Woodley, 30 seconds.
Cup when you can. Test, test. All right, here we are at Moorshead Park, Ballarat. It's a beautiful day finally after a couple rubbish ones, and we're getting to the pointy end of this competition. Semi-finals day. We've got reigning champions, heads of state, Melbourne Juggernaut, and they're going to go up against Colony Pillage, one of the perennials around here. We're here with Mark Isherwood, otherwise known as Woodley. Woodley, tell us about your semi-final, who you matched up against, how it went, how you got here.
Yeah, sure. So it's been a great tournament so far for the Heads of State boys. It's the first time we've had a full squad at a tournament this year. I'm really excited for this semi-final, obviously against Colony, one of the champions. They've got 6 or 7 dingoes. We're prepared, we're ready, we know what they're going to throw at us. We played them at BCI, we went to Universe Points, so we're expecting nothing less than an absolute fight. So looking forward to it.
Excellent. Thanks, Woodley. Best of luck. We'll see you soon. So that's Woodley's take. That's the heads of state, Mark Isherwood. They got through I-Beam to get here, trying to defend their title against a Colony outfit that has consistently been in these finals for years. There was many years in a row where we had Colony finals. Last year was a Colony-less final where heads of state knocked off Mammoth. And this one for a seat in the big dance. Our other semifinal is also a Melbourne-Sydney clash with Chile, hot Chile, that Ragaki Chile, if you will. Got through Outbreak, where Colony Plunder, the O-line Colony, will see them. So we got Sydney-Melbourne, Sydney-Melbourne. This field, heads of states, Melbourne Juggernaut, Colony Pillage, the defensive dingo outfit. Andrews with the disc in hand, just about ready to get underway. Possibly not. We've already got a flip going on, a delayed flip here. People, we never flipped for jerseys, and these are just too close to tell. Juggernaut changing their laundry, putting the whites on. They're happy to play in skins on this AstroTurf here. Psychological battles already begun on the field between Melbourne and Sydney. And we'll have about another 30 seconds probably till we're ready now. And the Juggernaut swapped to whites, and we'll start from scratch here, ready for our first pull. Semifinals day. For a trip to the dance to play in front of the grandstand for another championship. Both of these teams have won national championships in the past. Brand new white uniforms for the Melbourne Juggernaut.
Great job, buddy. Let's do it now. Don't be sorry. Let's go.
The instruction barked from the line to stay on side. We've got our game advisors once again on field. Ruben Berg. Current Woof Doof rules guru as the pole goes up and lands in, slides out if we're playing the orange cone. Or is the blue cone? I believe we are the blue cone. Seb Barr takes it to the brick because it lands out. He's on his bike. He wants to get going. They're keen. Gets it under from the fastest man in Ultimate, Brendan Ashcroft. He puts one out in front to Seb Barr. Catches it running forward. Puts up the back end. Going to the end zone. He's got Grundy. but Doucette was in front the whole way. Gets up, gets the turn. Gav Moore's now stuck it. He's got Andrews. Seb Barr makes up. Gets the D. 2 hucks straight away. 2 turns straight away. Seb Barr again with the disc. Seb gets Grundy coming under. Grundy flicks it over top to Ashcroft. Ashcroft to Hoivu, back in the game after a few years off. Hoy gets Inzi. Inzi gets Hoy coming in front of Cupcake. Tullett, rather. Ashcroft getting past halfway here. Far sideline. Puts up a flick. It's going to the end zone. The Colony defender's got position, but Calviotis outruns him from the other angle. Has himself a goal by the looks of things. Celebration, no contest. What a screaming goal by Calviotis, the greatest nickname in Australian Ultimate, the Greek meat himself, hauling that one down. Here we have it, Ashcroft with the disc. Disc goes up. The poached man goes towards it. Looks from my angle, I thought he had it, but Calviotis puts on the Jets. Keeps both feet in. Heck of a catch for the goal. 1-0, Juggernaut. Juggernaut employing the full posse line call that we starting to see more and more often now. Whole sideline, knowing the instructions. Woodley with the disc in hand, set to pull. Here comes the pull. Woodley pulls outside in. Arcing, hits the ground. Henry picks it up, gets it to Tullett. Thomas with the disc. Pick called, double bicep. Back to Thomas with the disc. Finds Tullett nearly back at their own end zone here. Tullett has Keenan. Now he's got Thomas. Thomas on his own sideline, meters out. Gets Dowell. Dowell releases into a cutter. And it makes it a strip. Ant Dowell of Barramundi. Longtime rep player for Australia. Dingoes. Crocs. Disc is in. Ant puts it out into space, but too far for Moore. Isherwood picks it up straight away. Has Wheeler, puts it up. He's got Knight in the end zone. DK, David Knight with the goal. Colony players are staying still. Berg indicates travel. Moore's called the travel on Isherwood. Disc is coming back. Here it is here on the replay. Woodley steps out. There's very little movement there from that foot. A difficult travel call to make. Isherwood's disc. Isherwood surveying options. He throws to McCartney. Paul McCartney, not really. Max McCartney, the Clapham import. Gets himself a goal. Juggernaut gets a break, up 2-0 early. Here's the replay. Isherwood got called on the first one. Throws a very similar shot. Big receiver McCartney gets up with no one around him, but two hands and sure of it. 2-0. Isherwood set to pull. Juggernaut up early, 2-0 with a break. Isherwood, big flat pull. Travels to Ogden, Ogden to Tullett. Tullett looking to set off the Colony offense. Ogden now, back to Tullett in his end zone. Now to Moore. This Juggernaut defense is fast and on their hips, ready to explode here. Tullett with the disc, now to Ogden. Ogden back to Tullett, deep in his end zone. He winds up, he's launched it. It's Andrews and McCartney. There's a call. We'll see the play anyways. McCartney gets the D. Pick indicated by the game advisor. Isherwood wondering if Rory's happy with the turn. Loaded question. Juggernaut get the turn.
Oh, getting up,
Steady, boys. Turn it on, Rory.
Yeah, boys.
Run it in again, Jugger.
Let's go, Gav. Yes, Sammy.
As the Isherwood and the Juggernaut defense set up to transition here. We're excited to be here covering this game. We got a great setup, the Ulti TV setup here in Australia. Ultimate gets around, gets the job done well, and really happy to have the support of Skyd Magazine. Elliot Trotter behind it all back there, doing some great work with all his video and streaming efforts to get it all over to you people to watch some of the finest Ultimate all over the world. Here we go, Juggernaut. Also being cheered for, I would certainly think, by Elliot Trotter, who spent a season with him the year before they won their final. Unfortunate turnover. Moore picks up. He's got Thomas. Thomas having a look. Gets it to Ogden. Ogden winding up. Nothing there. Looks for the around. Unsure at first. Gets it to Tullett. Tullett spinning all over Max Wheeler, trying to find some space. Gets a bit. Winding up his forehand. Puts his forehand. Has Ogden in the end zone. Colony on the board there. 1-2. Pillage responds.
How good is that? Yeah, boys! Yeah, ho! How is it? We're gonna put it in, boys! Lovely!
I'm coaching out there.
Woo!
I know, eh? Might need to sprint it
Good
up.
loud, Woodley.
They're off coaches.
Yeah! Oh, I love it, boys! Let's do it, ho! Love it, Cody!
Here we are. 1-2. Colony answers after a pair by Juggernaut. Andrews winds up. We're in play. Inside out. Looks like it's going to settle near the back of the end zone, middle of the end zone. Grundy picks up to Barr. Barr checks his flick. Gives his backhand with a break to Grundy. Grundy now. Back to Barr. A bit too far, but great hands there by Seb. Now to Ashcroft. Ashcroft gives it. He's got Inzi against Lulu Nichols, sorry. Inzi's got it on the goal line. Pops it back to Grundy. Meters away here. A call on the field, perhaps. Timeout called. Melbourne Juggernaut. Just once again, going to check in with our on-field game advisor, Ruben Berg, current rules guru for the Woofdoof. Ruben, how's the weather out there? What's happening today?
Yeah, things are going pretty good out here at the moment. Teams seem to be able to understand what the calls are and work it out themselves, which is really great. We had a few calls there around whether or not a call actually affected the play, and in most of the cases there, the teams agreed that it did not affect the play, and so let the outcome of the play stand, which is really great.
Excellent. Thanks again, Ruben. We'll check back in with you when necessary over the course of the game. For now, both these huddles getting pretty noisy. I suspect this is going to be a hotly contested game. Already working hard out there. You can see the intensity, the energy. And as this game travels further towards an end point, it's only going to grow, that intensity. So looking forward to calling the action for you. Just about to bring it back into play, coming out of the timeout. Heads of State setting up. Grundy with the disc. Deep vertical stack in the end zone. No flank. Oh, Hoi Vu, sorry, flank. Hoi coming back after a few years away.
Yeah, Pillage! Come on, boys! Here we go, Cup Days.
Grundy with the disc. These fields actually a little bit narrower than a standard field proper. So we here 2 meters narrower to accommodate to the surfaces available. Grundy to Vu. Grundy again, back to Hoi Vu. Hoi looks for the backhand initially, then goes for it. Has Ashcroft, fastest man in Australian Ultimate. Oh, he tries to go across to Grundy, can't get it while he lays out in effort. Alex Latamatos, he goes the other way quick. He's got Lucas Nichols. Doucette, there's Inzi, there's Barr. Doucette has a huge grab, claims strip. I think he's got a legitimate call on that. Doucette with the disc on a huge gainer. Doucette to Wickrama. Wickrama fakes the windup. Gives to Nichols. Nichols puts a big one. He's got Wickrama. He's got a goal back corner. Lucas Nichols, arcing shot. Tied at 2. Just getting that intel through. It's 5 meters narrower. This is a different playing surface indeed. Not sure if the players are fully informed or not. We're just getting this information now, so see how it affects the game on the smaller surface. Tom Regacki strolling across the field right now. See what's happening in Chile world and what he can expect for his next game, because we've heard some things. Tommy, how are you? Good. Straight onto the air for you. Tell us about your last game. We hear you got a ticket in this semi-final coming up next, and let us know how you got there.
Yeah, very rare those tickets, Pats, and I'm surprised I got a call up after my Mammoth commentary. The boys weren't too pleased, but yeah, we had a good winning bout against Outbreak, 15-9, a solid team. Probably a bit of depth got us across the line, and watch this with interest. Obviously, we'll if we can get through to semi, this will be the finals opponent, but the old cliche is one game at a time.
That's exactly it, Tommy. I think based on what we heard coming in, what Chile's done, you guys have played out of your skin to get there already, so good luck and take another scalp on the way, hey?
Yeah, we're backing in Hoss here. We would love to see 2 Melbourne teams in the final. Not much love lost of Colony there, certainly everyone wants to beat. Calling this here, Hoss has picked it up. He got a swing over to Seb. Seb Barr is their main handler, very open to Jake. Jake's looking back for the under, the reset to Greff. He can't find him open. Gets stuck a little bit now. There's the outlet to Hui. The swing's too wide. They just got stuck with a disc. They're making him go through their secondary options, which is good. Cupcake picks it up, looking. He's going to try to finish from here, I'd say. And he does. Big swing. Very well worked up. He wants to back Cupcake, but there's a pick called, I would say. Over to you, Pats.
Thanks, Tommy. Always happy to get you in on the action. So far, good game. Nice and early, 2-2. It's going to be a gritty one, though, out there, I reckon. And We'll see if Tommy gets his wish and can get a whole bunch of Melbourne into a final, or if the boys from Sydney will get it done. Good luck, Tommy. We'll see you later in the production. That one over the head of 91, Ben Sutas, as he sprawls out for a chance to save as a goal. Seb Barr steps up, gets it to Brendan Ashcroft from his own corner. Now Calviotis to Ashcroft. Sees Hoy coming across through a bit of traffic, but gets it there. Hoivu to Angelovic. Calviotis. Calviotis through the middle to Ashcroft. Ashcroft back to Vu, far side. Moves it to Grundy. Grundy with the disc. Lots of room. Here comes a big flick. He's got Angelovic in the corner. He's got some companies. Andrews steps in front, has the easy catch. D and Colony are going the other way. Andrews stepping it to the line. Cuts are starting here, looking to move it from his goal line. Big pid from Ashcroft. Moore gets it, now to Sutas underneath. Sutas forward to Doucette. Doucette rips it big, he's got Latamatos over Grundy's shoulder. Huge rip for the score. Colony goes up 3-2. Here we have it. There's the rip the other way. Andrews steps in front, always had position. Throw wasn't necessarily on, and here's the throw for score. Ripping backhand over the shoulder straight to Lotto. Colony 3 in a row now after finding themselves down a two-goal run to start.
Yeah, Pillage!
So 3-2, game a short run so far. 2 in a row for Juggernaut, 3 in a row for Colony. Rob Andrews, disc in hand, ready to pull. The Dingo's D-line out there, which happens to be the Pillage D-line as well.
Yeah, Pillage!
To some regard. Indications of readiness. Here comes our pull. Andrews winds up. Inside out backhand. Let's see if it's got enough return. It's going to land in front corner of the end zone. Bar now to Calviotis. Calviotis gets a gainer to Woodley. His teammate calls for it. He's got Angelovic there. Angelovic with all sorts of time. Tullett drops off in the end zone. Angelovic to Grundy. Grundy to Voy. Vu rather. Vu, Grundy again. Juggernaut gets it to Bar on the break. Now the easy score to Wise. Lockie Wise with the goal. Juggernaut answer. All knotted at threes. Here's the setup. Grundy. Nice break. Flick to Bar. That sets it up for the easy backhand into space. Wise makes it easy. The Melbourne Juggernaut posse on the field. All intel to every player. Employing a man-to-man here from the sounds of things. Posse leaves, 7 defenders stay, ready to pull. Wheeler puts up the pull. Ogden picks up. Gets it to Tullett. Tullett has his look. Second cut's coming. Goes to the break side. Has Vo. Vo back in the middle to Tullett. Tullett sees the forehand. Has Keenan underneath. Keenan on the close sideline. Little bump on the mark. Tullett goes up line. Connell gets open central. Connell puts it deep. Has Tullett. Tullett's got room. Keeps it in. Claps it up. 4-3. Colony dictate the pace. Here's the shot. Gets it to Connell. He throws big. Easy looking forehand. Perfect weight. Gets it to Tullett. He makes sure of it. 2 hands for a goal.
Hey? 4-3 to them.
Exactly, it's just percentage, right? And you were there, you were building pressure, chasing right there on his footsteps. It's good. That's all it takes. It's just time in that play.
Here we go. 4-3 Colony. Colony Pillage. Their D line out. Their D specialists. Andrews with the disc. Juggernaut. Get their O-line out there, ready to move it upfield. Here comes the pull, inside out. Gonna land front corner-ish in Hoivu's hands. To Seb Barr, center of the field. Tullett comes in, gets it to Ashcroft on a bit of a feld, perhaps. Ashcroft can't handle it, reaching backwards. Perhaps meant to go straight through. And Pillage have a turn in hand. Latamatos has his dumps both coming. He has Andrews now. Far sideline. Gets it to Tullett. Tullett surveying options. Pick perhaps cold. Pick it indeed was cold.
Push him under, Jakey.
Tullett throws a hammer right away. He's got Wickrama. Close sideline. He puts it up to the end zone. Has more. Grundy there. Knocks it away. Jeff Grundy, or Greff, gets a hand on that for the D. Here it is again. Wickrama puts it up. Has more in sights. Grundy off his man. Up early. Max it away. Seb Barr, Ashcroft, center of the field, nearing his own brick mark, engages Vu, doesn't get what he needed. It goes out to Grundy, a poach on the play. Can it be exposed? Not immediately. Grundy gets up line, gets a cut up line from Barr, gets it to him. He looks for, just in front of Latamatos, gets it to Grundy, and now to Inzi far side. Inzi gets it to Vu. Hoiby to Ashcroft. Ashcroft now just about at the attacking brick mark in front. Here's a shot for goal. Angelovic from Calviotis. The Melbourne boys bounce back 4-4. Clancy from the overflow.
Put a dollar options in. We're throwing it 2 and 3 on ones.
What? Oh, nice. I like it. What was more poetic than that, Bo? Hamlet. That is awesome.
I'd like
Can
to help
you
you,
recite
boys.
any Hamlet for me, Bo?
Slings and arrows and outrageous fortune. Supposed to see troubles in life. I think I'm old enough to be that is the question. Nobler in the mind, it's like the slings and arrows and outrageous fortune. Hey, what? Well, we tried. It's indoctrination.
Here we are. Melbourne Juggernaut set to pull. Colony Pillage up 4-3. This game's, we're starting to get into it now, into the guts of the game as Woodley puts it up. Inside out backhand from Mark Isherwood. Wheeler moving on the chase here. He's down on Tullett. Tullett with the disc. Tullett out in front has Moore. Moore fakes the big. Return to Tullett. Tullett. Thomas. Will bump on the mark. It's up. He's got Dow and Connell. It's Connell who comes down with it. Is he in for a score? He is. Rory Connell gets big for the goal. All tied up. Nope, that's the go-ahead. 5-4. I'm on a leash. I can't even get.
Henry. Hey boys, we're getting turns every point. Let's get another one punched in. Who was it to? Ant or the Rory?
It was Dad.
It was Ant?
Yeah. Ant would have got it for Rory to stay.
Oh.
Probably. I think I can 98%.
5-4 Pillage. Juggernaut claps off the fields. Can't stress how beautiful of a day it is here in Ballarat, particularly in comparison to the last two. We've had some cloud cover, some cold, some drizzle. Frigid it was. And now it's nothing but beautiful. It's like we've been transported. Transported to a 5-4 semifinal in the thick of it. Andrew set to pull.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
Juggernaut set to start their offensive engine. And we're underway. Inside out. It's going to be back corner, back sideline anyways. Barr with the disc. Barr to Vu. Vu to Grundy. Handler set. Now to Angelovic. Back to Grundy. Grundy winds up, delivers. He's got Calviotis. It's Wickrama and Doucette on the chase. Oh, Calviotis using the space. The Greek meat strikes again. He gets big in a pack. He's been doing it for years, playing twice his size. He's done it again for a game-tying goal. 5-5. Here it is, Grundy. There it is, wind up. Sends it over to Colony defenders, and look at Calviotis get up and take it. getting big. 5-5. Here we go. DK, David Knight, to pull for the Juggernaut after watching Chris, the Greek, meet Kalviatis grab a huge goal. Ogden to Tullett. Tullett back to Ogden. Zone by Juggernaut. Counting, so transition expected. Connell in space. Connell to Moore. Moore to Dowell, center of the field. Dowell to Keenan, not in yet. Keenan, center of the goal line. Engaging dump. Gets Tullett. Tullett quickly to Dowell. Gets his foot down. Pillage stay in front, 6-5. Haas posse off the field. And Pillage, final information. Getting ready to pull. Andrews again, disc in hand, to be doing the pulling job. Here we go. Andrews, another one of the dingoes, sends it the other way to Kalviatis, one of the Barramundis, I believe the only returning Barramundi from 4 years ago, as Angelovic gets it. Engaging Kalviatis. Wickrama on the hunt, but Kalviatis goes strong to it, to Grundy, to Kalviatis. Back to Grundy. Grundy with the disc. 10 meters out now. Looking for something, gets it around to Vu. Hoivu with the disc. 20 out. Now to Barr with Sutas laying out on his shoulder. Barr puts it to Kalviatis. He's in. Out in front. And Juggernaut answer, 6-all. And with a tie game getting this close to half, we just can't wonder if we might have the pleasure of another Galaxy point coming up in the near future. We'll hold our breath for it. Obviously, all the fans here are dying for those Galaxy point situations, so we'll see if we can be so lucky.
Go online.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, good. Good. It's a beautiful day. People might like.
I'm glad to be included in that people liked by Teo category. Floor mattress or something. I hear you. Here we go. 6-6, all knotted up. Woodley to pull. Mark Isherwood. Inside out backhand. High floaty. Sidelines are getting loud now. Thomas picks up to Tullett. Tullett has a deep cut. Doesn't take it. Gives it back to Thomas. Against the zone here again. Over top to Stacy. Stacy quick to Tullett. Tullett winds up. Oh, and lets go of his own fake. And a foul called on the reason why he let go of that. Apparently not contested by the looks of things. Uncontested indeed. Tullett's disc. Tullett gets it to Stacy on the dump. A quick moving Juggernaut zone. High stall count, gets it to Tullett. He keeps his feet but has a seat in his end zone. He just jacks it, and I'd say wisely so, over Woodley and to Moore. Wow, they struggled in their own end zone and then launched a pinpoint bullet that was launched on a traveling toe. Let's see if we can get a replay of that throw. Here's Cupcake picking it up. Here's the throw. Ooh, legitimate travel call.
Good, Maxie. Good from you, Mozza. Good bet, Moz.
Tullett again. Ready to put it back in play. Haas now wary that is very plausible. Tullett scoops over top to Keenan. Angus Keenan gets it to Stacy. Stacy to Thomas. Pillage playing in their own end zone, but now get a big one to Connell. Connell goes over top to Stacy. Gets a nice crossfield gainer, then shoots for Dowell. Can he get there? No, McCartney gets there first. Great defense by the British import defender for Juggernaut. Oh, and then a collapse contact on the inbound. Foul called, as Ruben indicates right there at field level. Non-contested, uncontested. McCartney set to put it back into play after making a spectacularly radical D. But turned over on one throw, and they're on the front foot now. Colony, that's more to Tullett. Happened before we really knew what was going on. The quick first throw turnover, 2-3 throw score, and Pillage get to 7 first. There it is, boom, right into traffic. 1, 2, and let's score a goal. More to Tullett. Couple of dingoes. Not the first time they've done that together. 7-6 Pillage. Timeout. Juggernaut. Don't leave me at any eating parties.
I got wasabi, please. More of those corn chips, almonds, some watermelon.
You gotta be quick with my nut eating or I'll be crunchy.
Hold mate to this. Yeah. You got a 10-9. I ran around like that. Coppers ain't getting back. Tense, boys. You want to be forcing that. Good. Shut down the line.
The Greek meat. What's that?
Great mate. Oh, it's topper.
So these are vomit ones and same price.
Wide? What do you mean I'm wide? I think you mistook your D for an S. Here we go. 7-6 coming out of the timeout. Andrews sets the pull out. Grundy collects, walks it up to the front corner, gets it to Vu. Hoi Vu. To Calviatis, and Tullett launches himself. Calviatis sends it. I think it's over Barr's head. And Colony get another crack at it. Chance to take half here. If they were to do that, they would prevent us from getting a Galaxy point, but I'm sure that's not their concern at this stage of the game. Tullett towards the disc. Back of the end zone, Tullett picks up the disc. A errand Blady flick there from Calviatis to Barr. Didn't connect, had a nice roll. And we're back and play the other way. Threatening to huck big early. Now to Calviatis to Doucette. Another one of the dingoes. Sets it up. Has Tullett on the swing. These narrow fields really making it difficult for the dump swing and making us see a lot more hucking, which we've seen here. Tullett to Wickrama, not in yet. Dumps back. Has Andrews. Andrews over the shoulder to Sutas. Colony take half, 8-6. Sydney boys are going to be happy with the way they responded after coming out of the gates 2-0. They outscored their opponents 7-4. 8-4 and took half. More action coming soon. Skyd Magazine.
Yeah, boys!
Couple snakes around here. Keep the energy up. Snake action. Stay juiced, boys. How you doing?
Plenty where this came from, come out of the bag if you're hungry. Got a bag of snakes, sonny. You don't want any snakes.
I'm not, baby.
Yeah, Benny. Great day. I remember the last time I was bagging snakes, they were in lollies and confectionery, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Was that? Oh, good. Was that Australian or was it American? I remember the Australian. Hey, well done, Nick. Great throw. Got the block, Tayo.
Yeah, baby. Get in.
And Melbourne Juggernaut come out of half with some rhythmic chanting their own name as we pay tribute at the same time while they chant to one of the greats, Prince, who's passed away just the other day, up on screen there for you. Make sure you have a listen to his music collection and appreciate what he gave us when you get a chance, sooner better than later. Second half action. Colony appear to be set to receive the disc. So 2-point lead plus disc coming their way right now. Pillage with a nice lead. Second half action. This is the half that matters. There's the pull. Tullett stops it, picks it up to Latamatos. Latamatos winds up, doesn't deliver. Now to Tullett. Tullett to Lato. Alex Latamatos. Nice scuba all the way to Henry, and a little bit of a gust here. Not too windy, but he threw that one into the wind. Thomas to Dowell. Dowell to Thomas. Couple of Mundy teammates, those two, Dowell and Thomas. A travel called. Andrew Maroney called the travel on Michael Henry Thomas. Thomas with the disc. Disc is in. Tullett with the disc. Back to Henry. Thomas puts it to Connell. He's got a big gainer. Connell settles. Moves it to Thomas. Gets it off the line. Thomas to Latamatos. Close sideline. Looking for the over. Pops it to the corner. Keenan now. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas to Tullett. Tullett to Thomas. Keenan again, middle of the field. Thomas with the disc, shot to score. Out in front, and Dowell gets it and keeps his feet in. That's a goal. 9-6, 3-point lead, biggest of the game. Colony threatened. Here it is again for the score. Not for the score, that's to Keenan. To Thomas. He puts the inside out backhand. Just enough room for Dowell to get his feet down for the score. Pillage, fine-tuning their line. Andrews with the disc, set to pull. Here comes Andrews, outside in. Arcing back corner. Grundy handles a hot bullet on the full. Seb Barr with the disc. Ooh, Lockie Wise has to step in front to keep that one. Wise to Calviotis. Calviotis to Angelovic. We've got a call of sorts. Quickly handled. Angelovic's disc. Barr engages Hoivu. Hoivu gets a gainer. Tullett comes off. Now catching up. Calviotis open. It goes to him. Big shot hits Chris, the Greek meat Calviatis. That's his third goal of the game. Juggernaut brings it within 2, 9-7.
All right, man. A few points here and there. Spread them nice and thin.
Oh, yeah.
Disc is in. Arcing pull safely stopped. Latamatos now. At his own brick mark, just about. Now to Moore. Back to Latamatos. Latamatos lines up Keenan, gives it to him. Keenan surveys. Latamatos generates. Now he's got Moore in the middle. Discussion on the field. Foul called. Uncontested.
Yep. If it affected the call, then go back there.
Back to Gus Keenan. We'll get to Rubenberg on that after the point. See what the discussion was about. For now, Gus Keenan with the disc. Keenan dumps to Tullett. Tullett back to Connell comes under. Connell jacks it. He's got Latamatos. Lotto gets it 2 hands. Pops it quick. Keenan keeps it. That was Max Wheeler on the bid to try and prevent, but Lotto reads it perfectly. Colony 10. Heads of State 7. Ruben, tell us about what you saw out there.
There was a call made by the offence. They'd called a foul because they were being blocked by the defender who was using their arms to block them. It was uncontested, but the foul was called before the throw, so it went back. Uncontested foul called by the offence against the defence.
Handled well. Went back to Keenan and Colony with a nice little score there in the end. 10-7. It's time for Juggernaut to pull their socks up if they're going to be in this at the pointy end. Because right now the Pillage pressure, keeping the lead at 3, dictating with a cushion. Here comes a pull. Andrews. Inside out backhand. Length of the field. Hoy set up in his own end zone. Hoy to set Barr. Barr gets it to Inzi. Inzi to Hoivu. Looked at the big cut but didn't take it. Then gets Angelovic coming under. Angelovic looks for the big one, then gets it to Grundy. Grundy gets to Hoivu. Back to Grundy. Seb Barr. Barr to Angelovic. Angelovic to Ashcroft. Ashcroft looking for options. Gets his under from Grundy. Grundy to Hoivu. Good patience from the Juggernaut right now on this point. Barr comes under and he gets it to him. 10 meters out, 3 meters out to Ashcroft. Ashcroft shoots to end zone. Lucas Nichols steps in front and gets a D. Colony, bend but don't break. Wickrama looks to shoot it, doesn't. All the way across to Lucas Nichols. Nichols to Moore. Gav Moore winds up, fires. He's got Wickrama against Calviotis, off target. Heads a state disc. Big point here, couple turnovers. Barr walks it to the line. Cuts it across, Calviotis, 2 hands. Now to Ashcroft. Angelovich to Calviotis, having a game. Seb Barr shoots, he's got Inzi, he's got time. Gav Moore coming, but in front. Inzi for the goal. There's a call. People are not moving. Let's hear this conversation. A pick called.
Pick.
One that we would understand to have affected the downfield players, if indeed it will come back.
This guy. Yeah. Joshi was a fairway deep.
Yeah, Joshi, yeah.
Enough to pull that bit. Just asking if you're close enough whether you actively go.
I turned and I just got hit by Ben. That's why I caught it. So I stopped. I was like,
Discussion between Seb Barr and Ben Sutas. Our rules expert, Ruben Berg, on the case. Ruben Berg surely wouldn't have a bias. This man's played for every team in the semifinals. A BCI at some stage for Colony. He's played for Heads of State. He's played for Chile. The conversation is finished. Seb Barr has the disc. We're ready for some offense from the Juggernaut. Seb Barr rips it. He's got Ashcroft there. It could be too far, though. That's... Oh! He was getting very close. Defense Shirley out the back there. Just a bit too much. Great ups by Brendo still, but not going to count. Our game advisors indicating the call for Kid on field. And Colony get a chance to go the length of the field as Moore walks it up. He wants to do it in 1 or 2 throws. He's got Sutas, Inzi and Barr in the neighborhood. Sutas! What a read! What a grab over the bigger player and the double team. Sutas with a huge grab. 11-7, 7-11, gets Sutas a slushy. Here it is, Ben Sutas. A one-time blue bottle, current dingo, way out in front. Thrower backed him. Inzi closing in. Barr coming the other way. Sutas up early. Boom. What a catch. 11-7, Pillage lead. Over to Ruben Berg, if we could. Tell us about what happened on the field that last point, Ruben.
There was just a bit of a discussion around the pick, and it seemed there was a bit of confusion over exactly which player picked, but I think they worked.
Thanks, Ruben. So Colony continue to dictate pace. They got that 3-point cushion and have rode it for at least 3 or 4 exchanges here. Juggernaut are going to need to start generating some Ds and cashing them in. They've got a few Ds on their defensive efforts, but haven't converted them. So here we go. Let's see if they can cash in now and then find another one off a turn. Hoivu settles under, dries his hands, claps it in. Seb Bar. Bar looks to Woodley, gives to Woodley. Isherwood. Isherwood returns to Hoivu. Put up to Calviotis. He's all alone. He's got Isherwood. He gives it to him. Dowell on the chase, but it's a perfect shot. What a game by the Greek meat, Chris Calviotis. 8-11. Puts a beauty shot to Isherwood. Here it is again. A scintillating shot about to come up here from Tafa. Whips it over the head of Dowell. Right into space. Isherwood just has to close his hands.
11-8.
So heads of state able to cash in on their out. Now the all needed turn. If they're going to break this trend, if they're going to get up on these boys, they need a turn, and time is precious now. Here comes the Haas D line. And here's the pull. Ogden to Tullett. Tullett holds off and returns to Ogden. Disc is in. Ogden with the disc. Engages Tullett, gives. Tullett. Backhand to Keenan. Keenan, far sideline. Thomas. Puts it. He's got Tullett. He's got Tullett all day. Connell still upfield. Tullett surveys, gets it to Vo. Keeps it moving, keeps it alive. Back to Tullett. Tullett right under our cameras. Tullett forwards to Moore. Moore hammers far side. Thomas, what a throw by Gavin Moore. Hot hammer hits the spot. 12-8. Pillage can't be stopped at the moment. Here's the big huck. Big gainer. Cupcake's going to come under. Wheeler trailing. It's going to be Cupcake all day. Rory sets up, keeps the field spread. We're going to see Vo come into the picture, keep the disc moving, and here we have the finish. Big hammer, cross field, right in the bread basket for Michael Henry Thomas.
Jugger!
12-8, 4-point lead. Colony converting in the second half very well. Grundy collects to Barr. Barr to Calviotis. Calviotis to Ashcroft. Oh, a bit of contact there. No call. Good to see. Ashcroft, though, Not stable with his throw there. Turnover, and Latamatos looks to pick it up. The Colony machine here really cruising at their pace. Latamatos to Lucas Nichols. Nichols. Outside in rather. Latos in the area. Angelovic swats it out of the air. Juggernaut need this point. To keep him within a sniff bar. To Angelovic. Angelovic looking for a forehand option on the open side. Goes for the deep option. Inzi going, not going to get there. Pillage again. Chance to hold the puppy under just about if they can convert this one.
No, Benny, stay downfield. There we go, boys. Nick handle. Nick handle. Nick, back in the line. Nick handle. No, Nick handle.
Colony sideline barking instructions for their setup on their horizontal. Trying to get their best matches, I suppose, upfield. As we said, the narrow field here is causing for more of a hucking game. Colony have capitalized a little more often on that game. Pick called. Sutas signals it as he runs through. And here we have it. Ashwekrama to Andrews. Andrews with the disc in his own end zone, or just about. Nick Doucette, another call. Lots of calls out there right now. Pick called. Checked in. He looks for the big. He takes it, and he catches it anyways. But it's going back. Another call. Another pick. Thanks, game advisor. Here comes Nick Doucette. Gets it to Ashwekrama. Ishan to Lucas Nichols. Slows it down. Back to Wikrama. Wikrama gets Latamatos on a second move. Latamatos crams it in. Rob Andrews for the goal. They confirm 13-8. Haas need answers. Pillage looks strong. Timeout by Juggernaut. Timeout called by Heads of State, 13-8. The Colony boys have the end in sight. The point cap is obviously what they're chomping for. Realistically here, we need a 7-1 run for Juggernaut to be able to pull this off. Crazier things have happened, but it's a big feat ahead. 1 point at a time is the only way they can do it. And after this timeout, we'll see what they have in store. Berg indicates end of timeout. The Colony Pillage, dingo-laden D-line on the line, ready to go. They're sniffing that end point. They see the finish line. They've closed them out for years and years in the past. Can they do it again? Or will the defending champions find the medal to come back from unprecedented depths, let's say, and have the greatest comeback of all time? That would be totally radical, ridiculous in fact, but this is why we watch this kind of stuff. Can the defending champs go seamless on O and generate turns on every point, shy of maybe one, and come from behind to win this game? Or will Colony score 2 goals and win the more inevitable outcome? Here's Sebastian Barr. Gets it to Mark Isherwood. Isherwood with the disc. Brendan Ashcroft, far sideline. Ashcroft jacks it. He's got Grundy. He's behind Andrews. Great grab by Grundy. Just at the edge of his reach. Hooks the thumb, hangs on. Here's the delivery. Jeff Grundy, great grab, full extension. This game's still alive.
Pillage!
Let's do it, Pillage. Here we go.
Heads of state D-line ready to pull. Need a turn, need a conversion. A Colony conversion will put us at a match point situation. The turn will make it more interesting. Let's see which one we get. Tullett waits under the floating pole, collects. Ladamatos gets it to Henry. Thomas forwards, gets it to Nick Doucette. Great hands with Mack on his back. Doucette puts it. He's got Connell over Grundy. Connell scores. Match point Colony. Here it is again. Connell picking up the beautiful throw, celebrating Superman style. And a little slap spike to boot. Here we go. Colony on match point if they get the disc back. Melbourne needing to shut out Colony Pillage, which they've not been able to do. Foul called, no contest. Calviatis to Hoivu. Hoivu gets Grundy. Grundy to Hoivu. Back to Grundy. Grundy to Calviatis. Talit walks over, pick called.
You're way open, yeah. Under. It's more the throwers than Brendan.
Calviatis to Grundy. Grundy to Inzi. Inzi crosses half field. Trying to get it out. Well covered dump. Puts it in front to Grundy. Crafty little pop. Stays in bounds. Latamatos has rolled an ankle. No. A foul called. Nothing of the sort. I thought I saw him kicking the turf there. Grundy's disc. He puts it straight away. He's got Angelovic. Tullett can't quite get there for the D. Still alive. 10-14. It's now match point receiving.
Yellow now, that's good.
So Pillage, game point. If they can cash this in, they'll get the Colony side back in a final after being shut out of a final a year ago. After years and years of seeing at least one, but often both. And there will still be potential for both. We've got the other Colony set to play, possibly in action. 5-4, in fact. I'm pretty sure the Colony Plunder is up 5-4 over Chile on the far field. But this field, where all the action's at the moment, Haas playing defense, needing miracles. Let's see if they can start here. A turn and a score is where the miracle would start. Tullett, Latamatos. Latamatos, Thomas. Thomas jacks it, no, not quite jacked, but halfway. Now Keenan on the front foot. Gets it across to the sideline. Tullett. Tullett to Connell. Connell hammers over top, has Henry. Thomas with the disc. Now Latamatos. Shot to the end zone. Gavin Moore. Non-premature celebration. That one counts. It's for a trip to the finals. Colony Pillage back at it. They've knocked off the champs to get there. A great game in our first semifinal. We'll be with you with more action soon. Thanks once again from all of us at Alti TV, broadcasting to you on Sky Magazine. We're going to just continue here, try and move our cameras gaze over to the next field and see if we might even be able to call the game from here. So one colony booked to go into the finals. The second colony up 6-4, looking like the all dreaded colony final. Here we go. Action on the far field. Ooh, there's a play at it. Chile keeps it, jacks it. Has a man, Cal Howarth, I believe, on the chase. Can't get there. He gets back into defensive position, not Cal Howarth. Paul Denyer picks up the disc for Colony Plunder. Denyer gets it to Liddickett. Liddickett to Denyer. And they're in end zone. Denyer jacks it. He's got Ortega. And Andy Steeds gets there first, knocks it away. Chile get a chance. Chile setting up. And then a run to the disc. Tommy picks it up, throws a hammer. Has his man nearly at the halfway mark. It's shot. That's Pete Allen with the disc who threw the hammer. Pete Allen gets up. Big goal. Pete Allen, a stalwart in Queensland for years. A big star for Ellipsis overseas when they won big at the U.S. Open. And a big goal getter here in a semifinal to bring it to within one. There goes the pole, Josh DeBell. Collected by Kai Young. Then a Matt Dowell. Paul Denyer. Back to Dowell. Cal and Spielman. Back to Denyer. This Colony offense is just running down the field. Linforth to Tex. Shot to Kai Young. Peter Blakely. Tex, as he's known. Shot to Kai Young. Colony answer. 7-5.
Wobbles a bit, that's why the always take it steady, but it makes it a lot lighter and sort of fire, front effect, do something called high view camera and so on.
takes us up, yeah. It's awesome if you can see it from above. You can get so much feedback. Doing the work to do.
Somebody made it.
No, they're just off the shelf. Yeah, they use them for like aerials, like out in the bush. You can have a good area like attached to the top and behind. What is software called?
Far field. Paul Denyer set to pull. Colony Pillage already in the final. Colony Plunder 2 points ahead in their semi. Unless Tom Regacki and Hot Chili can stop him. Gack has shot to Pete Allen. It's a good shot. He's in front. Pete Allen again. Tommy to Pete. That's what they need. Give us more of that, and we'll make a game of this. 7-6. Regacki to Allen.
These are actually aerials. We've got a wireless headset in with Juggernaut there today. You got it?
That's just for range, is it?
Is that right? So
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, Chile.
Yeah, of course. Joel? Taylor? Okay, now, how are you? Good. How are you? All the best.
There goes the pull. Chile on the chase. Great shot from Regacki to Allen to end that last point. And Kai Young collects and sends the other way. Matt DeHell with a big scoop back to him, and then Mike Neal through Kai Young again. Blakely. Linforth. That's Kai Young again with the disc closer sideline. Still a little bit away from us here. Blakely again. Linforth. Dowell. Dowell to Neal. Neal to Dowell. Travel called. Regacki nailed a marquee matchup out there on the field on the disc. Here it is, inbounded. Picked up at the shoestrings by Dowell. Dowell to Jimmy Todd Hill. Jimmy Todd Hill gets it to Dowell again and to Blakely. Blakely with the disc. A break flick out to Neal. Jimmy Todd Hill for the score. Take half. Plunder. Looking imminent that we might see a all-colony final. Let's see what Chile discuss at half and if they can stop this.
doing this, guys.
Yeah. Slam the onion plums.
We're going to come back out on the field. We're going to cool down for 10 minutes with Wisey. Huddle again. Process during this cool down. Process and ban. Wisey, let's go. Hey, Wisey! Wisey, you're not stretching! Alright, on your back, lightly.
I dealt with it before.
You can probably find a surrogate, mate. What do you mean? Yeah, in Newtown. Much better going to change the back. Hamstring squat. I was trying to run floorboard up there, but Hammer was really... No, there was no floorboard. Hammer was really sweet, so I wanted to do the extension. Oh, really? In the aisle and then on the special thing. Fair.
I know, you won't.
That was all about my point.
When you go to production, there's always something a bit odd. No! I'd rather not get it made.
Here comes the pull, second half action. Well, we'll talk you in here. Just making some camera adjustments. The second half has begun. Colony starting with the disc. I'm just changing a battery on the camera as Plunder have the disc. Matt Dowell connects with Kai Young, but 25 meters out. Now to Peter Blakely. Tex as a pick's called. The disc will stay in Blakely's hands. Tapped in. Looks to break. And another pick called. Castablancos diving all over the place on the mark. And we're still discussing the pick. And we're just about ready to tap in here. A small delay, and we're in. Now to Dowell on the sideline. 15 meters out. Dowell shoots to the end zone. Has Spielman. Has a goal. That is 9-6 to Colony Plunder. I wouldn't imagine as such.
Don't get any ideas, mate.
I'll use it for the final, man. Tipper.
I don't recognise him. No, I mean, give me a second go. Oh, Hobbit. Hello, mate. That's good.
It's great. Yeah, it's all good. I get it all the time. It's awesome. We lost in the final. Could have. They were good. Okay, back on the other field now. Plunder with a 3-point lead. Let's see if that means the Regaki to Atlan show comes out again. Regaki there gets it under Thomas. I'm sorry, now Thomas has it. On the second under, engages, gets Regaki, the Gak, swings across, looking for the continue, back to the Gak, center of the field, throws the hammer, not far enough. Braden from Colony gets there first, gets the D. And now they start the other way. Ortega with the disc, Litikit, Denier. Denier to Ortega again. He looks for the big one, doesn't deliver. A little discussion. Ortega to Denier. Denier crossfield to Dowell. Crimmins with the disc, back to Denier. Denier hammers over top. Has Petrov, now to Denier again. Denier gets to Litikit, Litikit to Crimmins. Crimmins back to Denier. Denier gets the around. Taylor keeps it up to Braden. Back to Denier. There's the shot. Braden out in front. Gets down. What a catch. He's excited. The team in black excited. The prospects of a Colony final increasing by the second. Here's the replay. Shot goes up, outside in, arcing, Braden well in front. And makes a great falling dive to get his body down, moving at that speed to get two hands on it. Here comes the pull, Denier. Ooh, offside called. If they do it again, we might get another cinder block situation. Let's make him walk back and start over. Here is the repull. They were all well onside. Possibly giving up a few extra meters, you know, just to prevent the cinder block situation. Castablancos, the Colombian, gets it to the big Polak. Tommy Regacki shoots the field. Josh DeBell out in front. He's got it. Maybe a timeout because the whole team is trailing right now. He pops it. He gets it to Castablancos. That is the distributor. Back to DeBell. He's got a goal. Chile keep it close. 7-10. Here's the pull, DeBell. Chile on the chase. Plunder set to receive. Linforth does it, almost bobbles. Gets to Dowell. Matt Dowell to Mike Neal. Neal to Blakely. Shot as he falls away. That's Jimmy Todd Hill who falls away. Now Spielman with the disc. Neal near the goal line, far sideline. To Dowell, just like that. Colony Plunder looking very strong. Here it is again. Big shot. Connects. Not quite in. Here's Neald. Shot to Dowell. Feed in for the goal. Here is the pole, Paul Denyer. 11-7, 7-11. Get yourself a Slurpee. Here we go, 77 for Chile. Andy Steeds. Centers. Back to Regacki. Everybody yells thrower. And he throws, but throws it under. 71 now with the disc. Gets it to Regacki. Regacki shoots. He's got Thomas. Thomas gets outrun. And Braden gets around for the D. He's had a couple nice goals and now gets a hot D there. Denyer. Here's the replay. Regaki shot. Look at the space he's got early. Look at the ground he covers. Excellent pace by Benny to get the D. Here they come the other way. Colony. They're dangerous on the move like this. Litikit puts it to the Braden again. Oh, sorry, that's to Ortega. And he can't get to it. No calls made. Chile disc. Here it is to Ortega. Ooh. Almost like a basketball style foul by my effect, and he almost tried to jump his hands into him. Perhaps. Or maybe just indicating that he was in a position where he had no other choice. And if his hands were to go up, he was going to get fouled. So he's got it as though he caught it on the end zone. Looks to push pass. Dumps. Not quite in is Litikit. Now he just puts it right in the bread basket. Boring stuff. 30 centimeter score. Taylor with the goal. 12-7. They all count. We'll go to Ruben here, see if he can give us some indication as to what was happening out there.
Yeah, so there was a foul called by the receiver there. It was uncontested. So an uncontested receiving foul in the end zone. It's not automatically a goal. The two players have to come up to the goal line, and then the disc is checked in from there. If it was a strip, and it was an uncontested strip in the end zone, that would automatically be a goal.
Thanks, Ruben. Great insight once again. Here's that little gimme of a goal. Taylor just steps in front of the two defenders and gives a near handoff opportunity for a goal.
Any more rubbish?
Foot on the line, please. Don't move until they throw it.
12-7 Plunder as you hear Ruben Berg give the strict instruction to the Chile O-line. Foot on the line, don't move till they throw it. Good to see that they're given these reminders so they don't run the risk of losing advantage from a very easy part of the game. Here comes the pull. Mike Nealt set to pull. Dingo captain, ex-Croc coaching staff. He's done it all, Mike Nealt. Looking forward to see what him and the Dingoes can do in London. But for now, they're more concerned about what's going to happen here in Ballarat. As Tom Regacki gets the disc, moves it to 30, and then to Pete Allen. Look at the Pete Allen-Mike Nealt matchup. Be a good one to see. Let's hope we get a shot to it. A scoop over top to Thomas. Thomas shoots it. We got... Ooh, we've got a drop in the end zones. What we got, 77 can't hang on. He suspects there was contact from Petrov. And let's see if we get a discussion here. Here's the play again. Both players get... I think there would... He's got a validated call on that. The Chile receiver went up. The Colony hand seemed to have swiped the right arm. And I would suspect that that was enough to cause the drop. So we'll see how they resolve this, but that's my opinion.
It's still your call to make.
Oh yes, Xavier, great D! Get it in now, Zave!
Not uncontested foul. And possibly retracted. Jimmy Todd Hill gets the disc. Wants to fire it, doesn't. Now goes up behind. Oh, that was nearing dangerous play. 77 came up line as Denyer shot up line. They both were going for the disc. Rubenberg giving indication that I'm not clear with yet.
It's when it's cold.
Regaki's got disc in hand. Taps it in. Puts it, has Allen. Allen likes the crossfield hammer, but gives the flick. Oh, 2 receivers miss it. And Plunder again with a chance. Ruben, take us through what you saw.
Before down there was a foul called, and the advice given was that the foul had occurred. The contact occurred after he'd already dropped it, and so the receiver retracted the call.
Excellent. Well decided. Mike Neal with the disc. Popped forward to Jimmy Todd Hill. Far sideline. In their own end. Pick on the play. Going back to Coffee. And we're ready to get back into play. Just goes around, Paul Denyard to Mike Neald. Mike Neald looks to rip it, now returns to Denyard, and he's on his bike. Now we've got Lidickett with the disc. Moved up. Nearing midfield, back to Denyard. Denyard across to Jimmy Todd Hill. Now to Mike Neald. He looks to fire, holds it. Petrov. Taylor. He puts it. And Thomas gets a hand on it. Chile get the turn. Shot straight away. Thomas. Can he get? Oh, he gets it on both sides. What a grab over Taylor's shoulder. Double happiness for Toey Thomas. Here's the replay. Disc goes up. Let's have a look. Gets up. Great catch. Where does he land? Not in by our cameras. Goal conceded on the field. If only they could have seen that one from our angle that time. 12-8, Plunder. Ruben, tell us about that point and what happened.
So just on that call on that huck, there was an issue because the spectator had handed Tom the disc on the sideline there, and the rules obviously state that the thrower must bring the disc the last 3 metres to the field of play, so that obviously wasn't followed, but the defence decided to not.
Thanks again for that, Ruben. So with the score 12-8, we've got a timeout, and we'll be back with more semi-final late game action coming soon.
Ready to go home and get some milk? Yeah, cool. Yep. Yeah, if it makes life easier for you, I'm more than happy.
The ladies' set has been played.
be more interesting in terms of their place coming up. Although the problem is that'll be the loser of this game.
Here we go. Linforth to Dowell. Dowell to Neeltz. Neeltz shoots it, has Blakely. He's a fast man and shows it there. 13-8. Plunder machine looking strong. It's going to be Plunder Pillage. You just get that feeling. It looks like we are going to get another game moved to us, and Skyd Magazine with Ulti TV, we're going to give you one more game today. By the sounds of it, it's the game for 9th place, the Ninals, and we're going to see another glimpse of the Wombats, the Aussie Masters team, and their opponent yet to be determined, but we should know very soon and hopefully have that action for you. Here is Denyer set to pull. The Dingo in Sakai in Japan. Ex-Sublime player. Big ripping pull. Inside out backhand. Flattens out. Collected and sent to Pete Allen playing behind the disc. Thomas. Thomas to Regacki. Regacki gets it forward, 63 with the disc. 63 rips it. He's got Pete Allen. That's going to count. 9-13. Chile answer, but running out of space on that scoreboard.
So it'll be Outbreak or the New Zealand team. See how we go? Yep.
Sweet. No, it's well past 13-9. Here we go. Chile looking for answers. They got one there, but it's Plunder doing all the damage today. The totally unpopular Colony looks like it's going to happen. Nobody's happy about it except for the Colony boys themselves. Here we go. Matt Dowell with the disc. Dowell gets it to Blakely. Blakely shoots deep. He's got a man. Spielman. Thomas in front. Can't hang on. Great defensive play there by Thomas to hold up Spielman for making the play. Some of the Colony Pillage boys coming to pay a visit to the broadcast booth, bearing gifts. As Chile launches the other way, Carlo Casablanca puts it Gack in the area. Look out. He becomes Tom Regacki once again there. Gets up big and a goal to 64. Throw it to the Gack in the pack. Should be the offensive playbook for Chile. So Kai Young settles under the disc. Colony Plunder on 13. Disc in hand. A ticket in the final awaits them if they can get 2 more, while Mike Neild gets the disc near sideline. Gets it to Dowell. Sneaky hand in there almost. Kai Young. Jimmy Todd Hill. Jimmy Todd Hill returns to Kai Young. Kai Young gets it to Linforth. Linforth to Dowell. Dowell to Neild. Neild gets it to Kai Young at the midway. Far sideline. Gets a nice around, but Tex loses his feet and Chile get a turn. Blakely lost his feet there. Couldn't get around to the pass. And Chile ready to pick up, setting up about just on the attacking side of half. Josh DeBell picks up. Gives to 63. 63 puts it out in front. Can't get his hands closed on it. 19 gets close for Chile, but can't haul it in. Plunder with another shot here. Ooh, just outside his reach. Could have made it interesting. Let's see. Here is Matt Dowell. Great catch from Peter Blakely. Losing his feet again, but catching it that time on a odd angle. Back to Neild. Neild jacks it. He's got Dowell. It's too far, or is it? Dowell catches up. What a run by Matt Dowell to catch up to that Neild bomb. 14-10. Oh, we've got a call up Fields. Mike Neild and 97 for Chile having a discussion. I would imagine a travel, otherwise a offensive foul.
Yeah.
Travel called. Ruben's hand signals confirmed. Here it is.
Where you were when he threw it?
Gets it to
Where you
Neild.
were when he
Let's
threw
have
it?
a look. Let's have a look. Tough to see with the shadows there, but a bit of foot drag. We'll say it's a legitimate call. Mike Neild with the disc. Cal Spielman. Spielman to Young. Kai Young, of course, played with Fat Chile, the Chile Masters team.
All right, let's
when
keep it
they-
moving, guys.
when
Let's
they
keep it
went
moving.
To Lecco, Italy for WUCC, finishing 4th there. Great result for them, though they did want a medal. Here is Spielman. Gets it out. Blakely shoots to Kai Young. Can he get there? Not quite. Big bid, but beyond him. Chile now with another chance. Here is the replay. Tex shoots. Kai trying to get there, getting the Jets going, and just another couple inches beyond his reach. Here's Castablanco. Carlos, nice break, flick, and an even better catch by DeBell. Ooh, and he looks to wind it up, does Dunn, but doesn't. Oh, and he throws the blind dump that gets picked off by Blakely to Todd Hill. Todd Hill falling all over to get that backhand forward to Blakely. Travel called. How long ago? Let's find out.
Foul called and a travel called.
Correct.
Just sounds like it's back here. Let's get play going quickly.
So foul called and a travel called, offsetting by what the advisor's telling us. He wants play to get going quickly. It looks like we're just about ready to go. Jimmy Todd Hill, disc in hand, a meter in front of the halfway attacking line. Here is Blakely to Young. Far sideline, Young shoots forward, has Neild. Neild fakes the forehand, puts to the corner. A collapsing defense from both sides. People laying out. Patty Dunn likes it and just runs upfield. Here come more huck options, but Pete Allen trying to get to the swing that goes out the other sideline. And now Plunder have a chance from the cone.
Set up the space, boys. Set up the space.
Dowell to pick up. Matt Dowell, a returning dingo for at least, I would imagine, his third campaign now, and push passes it to Cal Spielman, a first-time dingo and Plunder teammate, as this takes it to Rubenberg's special David Bowie style match point indicating hand signal. There's a great grab by DeBell. Match point for Colony. Here's the great D, the step in front by Dunn. And here is the nice easy push pass to put him to match point. Rubenberg standing strong in his match point, indicating hand signal. I've learned a lot personally over the course of this tournament about the hand signals and how to interpret them. Though he still did stifle me with one earlier that I'll have to get more clarification on. Ruben, could you tell me now, when it is the two hands on the head, what is that signal again?
This is an injury, this one.
Injury, thank you. That was indicated earlier and I wasn't sure. Here we have it. Denyer to Paul. If they can turn and punch it in, they've got a ticket, and we're all going to watch another Colony final. Gack gets it to 15. 15 for Chile, looking to engage, pops it over, has Regacki, moves it to 30, back to Regacki, back to 30, 30 forwards to 15. On the far sideline, Chile offense looking good here. Want to get it centered. They're on the line, moving it, punching it up that line. Stall count mounting. Gets it across, has the gack, Tom Regacki. He loads up, gets a gainer to Thomas. Thomas whips around, has himself Regacki, then over to 30 again. 20 meters now, maybe less. 15 has the disc. Chile still generating. Looking needed. They find Regacki. He throws a big hammer. Pete Allen, strong hands on the ground for the score. A very difficult catch. Only at the shoestrings. Two strong hands on a fast throw. Let's see it. Not the first time you've seen a rocket hammer out of the Gack's hands. Boom, Pete keeps his feet, strong hands, excellent goal. Extend this game. Let's see one more point. It's not a Colony final yet. Chile, take a timeout.
Henry, what happened to Evans? Where's Evans?
Rolled ankle.
Today, yesterday?
Today.
Oh, really? Start of this game? Ah. Did you say like it's up in that corner? Yeah. Right. Oh,
Just a throw into a snippet here. This is Chile just trying to get some answers when they need to get it to their big man. Watch Tommy work here. Just working and working, changing directions, chucking his body around. Those ladder sets he's been doing have been paying dividends. And then again, there's that launching hammer. Tommy looking good going over to WUGC with the Barramundis.
Come on, Pillage, give him a bit.
Here is match point being delivered. Rubenberg indicates again. Chile, final preparations. Need a turn. Can they extend this game, or will they be playing for a bronze?
As a frisbee player,
No offsides, please.
Tom Regacki set to pull. Pulls up. He's going to roll it. Handled at the line. Dowell's disc. Now to Nield. Defense just getting set. Blakely's disc. Now to Dowell. Inside their own half. Far sideline. Rips a big forehand. Has Nield. Nield gets down. Great pickup by Mikey Nield. The team's excited. They're spinning their shirts. They're pumped for Mikey and the Colony final. These boys are excited. It's not going to be that bad, I guess, watching the scrimmage match in the national championship. They do it well. There will be lots of banter between these two boys, these two teams tomorrow. But for now, let's watch again as Matt Dowell shoots a forehand to the captain of the Dingoes, Mikey Nield. He gets down, boom, makes sure of it, two hands, little karate roll to boot, and spikes it away. Colony final tomorrow. That's all for now. Ulti TV and Sky Magazine will have some bonus action for you. In no time at all. The Wombats will be playing Crank in a game for 13th place. Hot action here. Wombats Crank coming at you shortly.